Okay, I'm gonna need your help here because I have no idea what to put in the title of this video. It's about Easter eggs, but not entirely. Tricks, maybe? It's a video about YouTube videos with Easter eggs, special properties, or tricks done by utilizing good timing, keyboard shortcuts, metadata manipulation, community input, or random chance. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Okay, so let's start with the actual Easter eggs, because it's not easy being a YouTube Easter egg. You never know when they're gonna cut you down. I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but for a website owned by Google, which is like obsessed with this stuff, YouTube in 2020 really doesn't have a lot of Easter eggs that actually work, at least not anymore. Now, we won't be focusing on these kinds of, for lack of a better phrase, broader fun website features. Instead, we're going to take a look at a couple of Easter eggs that are specifically tied to individual videos. And the first one that comes to mind is the Numberphile video titled, "Why Do YouTube Views Freeze at 301?" If you open up this video and take a look at the view counter, you'll see the number 301. But if you take a look at the likes, dislikes, and comments for that video, you'll realize that something is off. Well, not really, because this is an Easter egg. You see, back in the day, YouTube video view counters would sort of get stuck once they reached the number 301. And for a brief period, this was actually a bit of a mystery. However, it was soon explained that the whole thing was just a part of YouTube's measures against view count fraud. When a video reached 301 views, the view counter would temporarily freeze so that special algorithms could perform view verification. Once the process was finished, the view counter would be updated with all the views that came in while it was stuck, and everything would go back to normal. Well, everything except this one video by Numberphile, which actually did the best job in explaining the whole mystery. Another video with an Easter egg implemented by YouTube is Too Many Cooks by Adult Swim. Now, this one is kind of different, but this whole video is kind of different, to be honest. Too Many Cooks is sort of like a parody of opening credit sequences of TV shows from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. It starts off with a pretty normal intro, but then the intro is followed by another one, and then another, and pretty soon things get weird. Not like in a bad way, but just weird. Now, if you're viewing the video in a mobile app, you won't find anything too interesting there. However, if you jump over to the desktop, you'll find that the video title font is reminiscent of the credits font and color within the video itself. And that really does it for Easter eggs made specifically by YouTube. The ones that we're going to talk about next are similar in the sense that they're implemented or showcased in video titles. However, what sets them apart from the first two are their creators. In other words, you could call them YouTube Easter eggs made by YouTubers. And we'll start off with nothing. Well, not literally nothing, but a video with nothing in the title. If you search for Seinfeld without people, that's exactly what you'll find. Now, if you were to say to me, look, first of all, Vsauce did the exact same thing years before Seinfeld did, and secondly, this isn't even anything special because anybody could do it, you would be correct. But you gotta understand, back in the day, this was the shit. Okay, tell you what, I'll make it up to you. Here's how they did it. If you upload a new video or even try to edit the metadata for an existing one, you'll quickly find that you have to have a title. Well, if you want it to be blank, just hit the spacebar a few times and there you go, right? Wrong. Let me introduce you to my buddy, the zero width non-joiner. Now, in order to understand what my buddy here does, we first need to learn about ligatures. In typography, a ligature occurs when two or more letters are joined together to form one glyph or character. So, for example, this here is a ligature. Now, a zero width non-joiner is a special character which, when placed between two characters that form a ligature, causes them to be rendered in their initial form. Cool thing about it is that it's a non-printing character, which means that you can put it in something like a YouTube title and be like Mike. Not that Mike. On the other hand, if you can make a YouTube video with a title that updates itself according to the view counter, you can be like Tom, because that's exactly what Tom Scott did here. Thanks to code that interacts with YouTube's API, this particular title is updated every few minutes to show the exact number of views the video has. Now, as Tom Scott explained himself, the title won't always be right, and the code most certainly won't work forever. But at least for a brief period in time, this video will remain one of the most remarkable ones I've ever seen, and not just because of the trickery in the title. If you're interested in technology and internet history, culture, or whatnot, this is definitely a must-watch. Back in a more innocent time on YouTube, users had something called annotations at their disposal. When used correctly, they would link to other videos or serve as corrections or additional notes. When used creatively, they would open up a window for a whole lot of interactive fun. But just like a lot of other nice things here on YouTube, annotations are now dead. Fortunately, that hasn't stopped creative people from figuring out other ways to make interactive videos. Here's a video in which the creator takes advantage of the existence of keyboard shortcuts in order to facilitate a story about time travel which depends on viewer input.
3, 2, 1, go. Whoa.
Just for fun, here's a video that utilizes good timing in order to make something as dull as an in-video ad popping up seem like something interesting.
Before this video loaded, you probably watched an ad and/or one will appear right about now.
Okay, so if some of the things we previously talked about are Easter eggs made by YouTubers, then I guess the following can most certainly be called an Easter egg made by you, the viewers. You might remember a few years back, PewDiePie made that video in which he incentivized his viewers to give the video the same amount of likes and dislikes. Well, if you search for neutral videos on YouTube, you'll find a playlist in which every single video has the same amount of likes and dislikes. Now I know what you're gonna say, YouTube abbreviates certain stats once they hit the 4-digit mark, so who knows? And yeah, but look, even these bad boys are completely neutral. Don't ruin it. Earlier we talked about a video that has a self-updating title. What if I told you that there's a video that is self-aware? Well, kind of. This video by Live Overflow is aware of its own URL. It's right there in the video. Now, since videos are assigned seemingly random URLs at upload, you'd think that that shouldn't be possible, right? Well, this video and its creator suggest otherwise. While we're on the topic of video URLs, every so often you'll run into one with a word in it, and this website utilizes a special string in order to let you search for interesting ones. And finally, here's something to look out for in the future. We all know about the first video ever posted on YouTube, Me at the Zoo, posted by Javed Karim on April 24th, 2005. But have you ever heard about the update video? Probably not, because it doesn't exist. But if you take a look at the description, you'll find a line that reads, "Update video as soon as 10 million subscribers." Karim, by the way, is yet to reach 1 million. And speaking of the future, you never know what it might bring. Someday, the Easter eggs, tricks, and special properties shown in this video will be no more. They'll be dead is what I'm trying to say. But here's the thing. Life, on the other hand, always finds a way. And if we've learned anything from this video, so do cool things on the internet. Thanks for watching. And as always, stay strong.